Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Grim, and today I got a war recap to show you guys. This is going to be DLZ versus Cold September in a friendly war. We're going to call this Invite League Season 2 Preseason, basically. So we set up all weekends. In the upcoming weekends, we're going to be doing some wars against some pretty good clans, and just in preparation for the Invite League Season 2. I'm sorry if you heard that. A car just went by outside. I am literally outside, like on my porch right now, recording this video just because it is 60 something degrees in Iowa right now, and it is February, so I'm loving this weather. It's absolutely spectacular. And we'll go ahead and hop into some raids here. First thing we're going to check out, we had some awesome 10v11 raids this war, so I'm going to be doing a video on all of those raids here. But we're going to start off here with Treble. This is Fernando, is his I think preferred name that he wants us to call him, but this is his Town Hall 10. He's going with 2 golems. He used some loons on the side to pick off those mortars so it doesn't have his golems walk outside there. Some bowlers of his own are going to be doing some funneling here. About 3 to 4 bowlers on each side have created a little funnel here for the rest of his kill squad of troops here, which will be coming in just a moment. Looks like he's got 6 bowlers of his own, and his heroes and probably a clan castle of bowlers. Yep, there you can see. In comes the king. He's going to be doing the bulk of the tanking here. The bowlers are all moving in. You can see 2 jump spells will allow them access to the core. A little quake spell in there to damage up some of those buildings in the core there. You can see the queen is in there, going to kind of drag all those troops in there. The king is going to get in there, use his ability, get right on that town hall, and they will take that out no problem whatsoever. Already up to 39% with a ton of bowlers still left up. They're starting to get picked off here. The queen is going to hit her royal cloak, and then she is going to get some more percentage around the inside of that base there. She's going to pick off these little skeletons, and she's going to turn back and not get the archer tower down, unfortunately. So that lost him a little percentage point there. You can see he's got an archer. Oh, there's a truck. There goes a truck outside. Well, sorry if you heard that. A little archer there picking off that corner. Not corner, but that gold mine there. And then some baby dragons here you can see will be picking up the percentage that he needs. You can see another wizard is going to help out there. And then we'll go ahead and 4 times it here as we wait for these troops to just pick off the remainder of the percentage point that Treble needs. He gets the percentage of 53% on their number 1 base. Very, very great raid. Moving on, we're going to hop down. You know, I think the thing that killed us this war is that we didn't have a lot of 10v10. Our dip game was awesome. Our dip game was spectacular. I think we only failed like 2 dips, maybe 3 if I'm counting wrong because I'm an idiot. But we did not have a lot of 10v10. DLZ, on the other hand, failed a few dips, which kind of hurt them. But then they had like 4 or 5 10v10 triples, which is outstanding in wars like this. So shout out to DLZ for their 10v10 game, toughest part of the game, and they're getting it done. So we had a little queen there, get 2 air defenses down there on a little charge, naked charge there, and then a rage spell and a jump spell and about a few Valkyries with the king are going to get in there and get the enemy queen down, and some extra defenses like that expo there. They're going to get landlocked here with this barbarian king, and they're just going to run out here, and Kratos here is free to start his Lalo portion of the attack. You can see 1 Lava Hound is going to be trekked across the base, and then about 5 balloons right there with a haste spell are going to be accelerated straight into that Inferno Tower. You can see they'll drop right on that Inferno Tower, and then some more balloons will be hasted in on this Archer Tower, trying to get as many to this air defense as possible. 1 Lava Hound pops. Those air skellies are kind of being pesky on those balloons there, but it's not going to be a huge deal. A heal spell is going to heal everything back up to full health in the core as they approach that wizard tower and that sweeper there in the core. And you can see just a massive pack of balloons still up with no air defenses. The only thing left really to worry about is that wizard tower and this Inferno Tower here in the core of the base. He's got a haste spell that's going to accelerate these balloons straight into that Inferno Tower, though. They will take that out. Some Teslas pop around the outside, but he's got a ton of loons, like I said just a minute ago, that are going to get in there and take out these last remaining defenses, absolutely crushing this base. He's got some pups and minions working the cleanup wherever he needs it. The balloons doing their best to help out on cleanup. All that's left really is going to be this clan castle in the core of the base. They're going to get that taken care of with this elixir storage up at the top. Wrap up the 3 stars 10v10. Great raid, Kratos. Alright, now we're going to hop down to Town Hall 9 action. First, we're going to first one we are going to be checking out is going to be Jazz on their number 19, the top Town Hall 9. Little Queen Charge Lalo here we got going on. Some Quake spells here are gonna go ahead and open up this core for Jazz's Queen. Couple, what am I talking about? Couple healers placed down on his queen there. Baby Dragon's going to be doing the funneling for her. Forces her down towards these little Quake spells there. And this queen is just going to do her thing on her walk. She's going to pick off some defenses here, and then she's going to turn and fire on the enemy queen. Little queen on queen battle there. Of course, Jazz's queen is going to win because she got the healing ability on her. King is going to do the funneling that he needs on the right, left-hand side. It'd be the queen's right, but like our left-hand side. King and a couple wizards are going to do this funneling to force the queen into these Quake spells so that way she can start taking out some air defenses. Rage spell as she starts to encounter this expo there, keeps her alive, and then the Lava Hound comes out. Going to have to deal with that. That's going to be a little time sink here in this raid. But it's alright. He's got the king and the wizards doing some tanking and some actually clearing of this air defense here on the left hand side. You can see that those wizards took that out. They're going to actually get through a little bit of this Tesla farm as well. Queen's dealing with the Lava Hound on her own there. Not a huge deal. She'll pick off each pup one by one. And then these wizards actually do a lot of work here, cleaning that trash ring and some defenses. Plus that air defense like I mentioned earlier. Huge value from that king and the wizards there. Jazz is trying to force his queen back into the core of the base with this wizard here as she's starting to stray off. Eventually she does come back in, and he's got one air defense in the core of the base. He's going right into a sweeper, unfortunately, and he's got 2 rage spells remaining. You can see he's just trickling in balloons around the outside of the base, targeting defenses one by one. One rage spell is going to accelerate them through this expo there that's in the core. And then the 2 Lava Hounds are just sitting there tanking on, I think it might have been 3 Lava Hounds, I can't even tell. Yeah, there's 1 Lava Hound's already popped, and then there's 3 Lava Hounds total. 1 Lava Hound has actually popped, and 2 are still at full health. And just a huge pack of balloons still left up. You can see he's still got a rage spell, and he doesn't really have a whole lot of cleanup here. He's got his queen to help out, but he doesn't have a whole lot of cleanup, so he has to burn that rage, which he probably could have swagged in order to help those balloons get through that as best as they can. The pups and the queen will finish off the last few buildings, wrapping up a 3-star raid. I think Jazz is like a 68 or 69k, and he's our number 39, so we're pretty heavy on the Town Hall 9s right now, which I'm loving. I don't know if you saw at the beginning of the video, I put my king down to level 30, which I'm super stoked about. So I'll finally be a 70k. Finally don't have to farm. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh gosh, it's glorious. No more farming on my Town Hall 9. It's so awesome. Anyway, this is going to be 007 going up against their number 22. He's got a little Tesla farm out here on the side. He placed a giant there, I think planning to do some tanking for some different buildings and the wizards and stuff. But he has to kind of improvise here as this little Tesla farm pops in the corner of the base. He drops a golem down and a few wizards, and they're going to go ahead and get through all 4 of those corner Teslas there in the top corner of the base there. You can see he's improvising as best he can with these wizards doing the funneling, and then another golem here doing some tanking on the right hand side. So it's a little stoned Goboho, I guess you would call this raid. Yeah, that's exactly what you would call this raid. So he's got 3 golems, like I said. That's what stoned means. Not that kind of stone, this is a different kind of you understand. Anyway, Queen is down with 3 golems doing the tanking. Bowlers are going to come in using that jump spell. They're going to get into the core of this base with the Barbarian King trailing in behind. A rage spell is placed down to accelerate them all through this Queen and then get them some extra damage put out. And then the Barbarian King comes over, and it's a little king on king action there, but he's going to win as he gets some help from those bowlers there. You can see the Queen is going to deal with the Lava Hound on her own there. And these golems have moved forward, doing a ton of tanking here, so he's free to start trickling in his hogs, his piggly wigglies here, on the right hand side of the base. You can see the hogs are coming in, moving across the base in a clockwise motion, sweeping this base, trying not to hit as many spring traps, loses 1 to a spring trap there, and then is going to just continue around the base. He runs into a giant bomb there, but is not a big deal, as those hogs will stay alive for the remainder of this attack, as there are 2 archer towers and a mortar left over that can target those hogs. He's got wizards around the outside already doing the cleanup, and these hogs will finish off the last mortar and then move to this archer tower as it is distracted on this golem. 1 golem made it all the way around the outside of the base, and then these hogs are going to finish off the rest of this base, with these wizards also helping with the cleanup. Jimmy Butler would prefer to stay with the Bulls. Oh my goodness. Y'all don't really care about that, do you? I really need to learn to turn my whatever it is off, my do not disturb on. I forgot which one I wanted to show you guys. It was Razum. Here we go. Razum's forcing me to do this because he helped me with some physics homework one time, and now he's like, oh, you gotta show me in every single recap, bro. True story, by the way. Literally, I asked him for help on my physics, and he's like, yo, you gotta feature me in everything now. So here you go, Razum. You're welcome, man. Here's your recap. Razum here is going to be doing a little bit of funneling with some Valkyries and some Wizards here, because there's a lot of buildings up here on the top, so that was a very efficient way of getting rid of some of these buildings. And then the Golems are going to be doing the tanking here at the top. He's doing a little queen, naked queen walk of sorts, but he's using his queen to, take out these defenses, and then she's just going to kind of walk just a little bit down here in towards the base, towards that Dark Elixir storage there. You can see poison spell on these CC troops. They're all locked onto that golem. It's not going to be a huge deal. It pops. He's going to get 2 air defenses with this little kill squad push, and then also the CC troops as well. There he gets rid of everything that he needs to. The King's going to go on a little walk around the outside of the base, but their job is done. The Queen is going to step up here and grab that air sweeper, and it is going to be GG for her. She will eventually run out of life here in just a moment, and he's free to start his Lalo portion of the attack. You can see one Lava Hound being dragged across the base, and then a second to follow with some balloons in behind supporting, taking out the defenses. You can see he's got 2 haste spells, places 1 down right there, second one, actually he's got 3 haste spells, excuse me. Places 2 haste spells down to accelerate his balloons straight into that first air defense there. They take that out, and then these Lava Hounds will trek and move their way over to the next air defense with some more balloons, and a 3rd Lava Hound coming in supporting to this air defense here. You can see he poisons the Queen just like that. A haste spell and then a skeleton spell, is going to take out the enemy Queen just like that. Very well executed. The Queen is actually still alive. I didn't actually know that. The Queen is still alive, so she's going to help out with the cleanup here in just a moment. He's got a big old pack of loons. He's got his King alive still. He's going to be doing the remainder of this trash ring around the outside of the base, doing the cleanup. And at this point, the balloons have taken out the last few remaining defenses, and it's just storages here for his troops to go ahead and try and clean up. Drops a few balloons on the storage here to quicken up the process, speed up the process, I should say. I gotta learn my English. And Razum wraps up a 3-star raid. Just like that, and I'm going to wrap up this video. That's going to be it for the DLZ Cold September War. A little preseason action here for you guys before Invite League Season 2. Going to be huge in this CWL stuff. Lots of fun. Shout out to DLZ, your 10v10 game was on. Cold September, we got to work on our 10v10 game. I know that for sure. Be looking for a little 10v11 video coming out soon. I want to get that put together because we had some really good 10v11 raids this war. We were really efficient with it. And as said best by Green Day, wake me up when September ends. Peace out, everyone.